Hey, what's up guys? I'm FAYZEE here, bringing you another commentary, and in this commentary I'm going to talk about how I got started with editing and my, I guess you could say, editing style and the way I edit. And in the background here you'll see that I'm playing Domination on Zoo using the AK-47 with dual mag, using this retarded camo, don't know why. I think my secondary is a Python speed reloader, and then I got the claymores and concussion. I don't think anyone else really uses flashbangs or whatever they're called. I don't even know what they're called. I just know concussion. Alright, anyways, let's get started with the topic that I'm going to talk about. So as some of you guys know from my other commentary, I got an easy cap maybe a year and a half ago, and that's what I used to get my clips, obviously. And to edit, all I used was Windows Movie Maker. Pretty newbie, but I didn't have the greatest computer. I just had I guess you could say a hand-me-down laptop. It was my sister's old laptop, and that's what I used. So basically I never knew what After Effects, Sony Vegas, Photoshop. Well, I knew what Photoshop was just because of school and that kind of stuff, but I loved editing. I mean, that was my favorite part. I hated getting clips because back then I wasn't very good, but the clips didn't have to be like what they are today. I mean, clips nowadays have to be really good, but when I had my easy cap, they didn't have to be that great. So clips were a lot easier to get, but I wasn't also as good as I am now, I guess you could say. Basically once I got to the editing part, that was my favorite. That's what I look forward to doing, and that's like what motivated me to get gameplay clips, because that's what I wanted to do, just edit. And I didn't even like properly edit. I just took like really good montages, and then I just took the audio from them, and then I just used that and just tried to sync up my clips with the gunshots from those clips. And it sounds terrible, I know, it's so newbie and stuff like that, but that's just how I got started, really. And oh my god, it's really funny when I think about it, just taking audio from other clips and just using them. But I think I only did that once or twice. I think it was just once, and that was for the Rogue promo. And if you guys want to go check out that promo, you can go on my old channel, Rogue X Clan, and look at the very first video I posted, and it's that clip. I'll actually put a link in the description of that video because it's kind of funny, because I use the Optic Predator audio, so it's kind of corny, I guess you could say. But after I got tired of After Effects, because I remember, not After Effects, Windows Movie Maker, because I remember seeing all these other people with their like crazy edits, and I'm just like, how do they do this? And that's when I figured out about Sony Vegas. And I never had Sony Vegas 8. I know a lot of people had that and liked it, but I started out with Sony Vegas 9, and oh god, it took me so long to get used to this, because Windows Movie Maker is so like simple and everything is just there for you. So I like basically took 2 weeks during my summer just to get used to editing with it, and all the controls and everything about it, just how to use it, just the easy basic stuff like splitting clips and all that kind of stuff. And my first real edit with Sony Vegas wasn't even a COD edit. It was actually one of my longboarding videos that I made last summer. And yeah, that's where I started. And I had so much trouble, I didn't even know how to add text onto the screen when I first had it. That's how bad I was at it. But I mean, everyone starts out not the greatest, but there's a quad fail right there. Anyways, that's what I started out with. And then after I started getting more used to it, I started syncing a little bit with my clips. And by this time I still had my easy cap, so just putting that out there. So I really couldn't use some of the really good effects like Twixtor, because Twixtor really only looks good on HD gameplay. I mean, you can do it with dazzles, but it'll look okay, but it won't look nearly as good as if you were using an HD PVR. And yeah, And then I did a lot of that syncing. I found really simple at first. I know a lot of people think it's tough, but I remember thinking it was the easiest thing in the world, and I never thought it was something special. But I mean, it makes your clips look really nice and everything, so I guess that worked out in my favor because I like syncing now. I mean, if you go look at Liquid, my edit, half of the edit is all syncing. So I mean, that's what I do a lot of the time, is just do syncs like that. I'm not the greatest at gunshot syncing, like an automatic gun, but I mean, I've tried it, and half the time it looks good, half the time it looks like decent. So I don't know, I just don't really like doing it. It's okay. I mean, considering I mainly edit with not After Effects, what I'm saying, Sony Vegas, and if you want it to look really good, you want to use Twixtor, and since I don't have a 32-bit computer, I can't really get Twixtor on Vegas. Plus, Twixtor on Vegas doesn't look as good as it does on After Effects. So yeah, moving on. I think probably a month, 2 months, I'm not sure, I don't even remember, after I started getting used to Sony Vegas, that's when I bought my HD PVR. And when I bought my HD PVR, I just played for so long because I want to get clips, and I was so stoked just to edit them, just because they're HD and everything. So I mean, after I got my HD PVR, I did, I guess you could say, improve on my editing, just because I had so much more experience with the editing, because I had my own clips to edit with, and I didn't have to go out and download some or ask my friends to get me some clips. So yeah, and it's been like this for a while, just having my PVR and using Vegas, and I gotta stop saying "and," my goodness. But after a while, I saw After Effects, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna try this. This is like the high class stuff. I mean, it's better than Sony Vegas in a way. Like, there's more you can do with After Effects than you can with Sony Vegas, and I'm not even a master at After Effects, not at all. I mainly edit with Vegas, so if I want to use Twixtor or like Misfire, like in my tutorial, I have to render the clip from Vegas, bring it into After Effects, and then render in After Effects and bring it back into Vegas. So those clips don't have as good quality as, let's say, just the raw file. So it kind of doesn't really work out in my favor sometimes. But I mean, for my computer, I don't know why, I got about 4 gigs of RAM on my computer, and my computer can handle Vegas like super smooth. But After Effects, I can't even play the clip real time, so that's really what like pushes me away from After Effects, because I can't even view the clip properly unless I do a RAM preview, and RAM previews are kind of annoying because you gotta wait. It basically does like a really fast render of it, and then it plays the clip over, and that's not the greatest thing. I mean, it's okay, but I'm just more fond to Vegas than I am with After Effects, just because it's a lot easier for me. I mean, After Effects might be easier for other people than it is for, or harder for people. No. Easier for people to use in Sony Vegas. But yeah, I mean, just the abundance, I guess you could say, of plugins you can get on After Effects are just crazy. I mean, Vegas is really limited to plugins. That's the problem. So that's the kind of sucky part to it. But I'm trying to get used to After Effects. I mean, it's not something that's really easy to get used to. It's completely different from Sony Vegas in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I mean, other people might think it's way easier, like I said, but that's just me. And so yeah, basically now I just use Sony Vegas 9 and After Effects CS5 and CS4. I don't know why I have CS4, but I don't really like Sony Vegas 10 in my opinion. It's just, I don't know, it's crashed on me way too many times. I mean, like, or it doesn't render, or it doesn't open. That's the main problem I have, and I've only had that problem with Sony Vegas 9 once, and all I did was restart my computer and it was fine. And doing that with Sony Vegas 10 really kind of, it didn't work, and then it's such a pain in the ass to get Sony Vegas 10. It like patching files, and then you gotta do the keygen. Like half the time the patcher doesn't work and all that. So And that's why I don't really use Sony Vegas 10, even though Sony Vegas 9 is much better. I don't really know much of a difference between Sony Vegas 9 and 10. Yeah. I think in my next commentary, what I think I'll talk about is my editing style, because this commentary is coming to an end pretty soon here. So yeah. So basically, just an overview of what I talked about, which is really like I started out with Windows Movie Maker, Sony Vegas, then After Effects, and I don't even use After Effects that much, as I've said. And so yeah, I'll be posting some more After Effects tutorials and Sony Vegas tutorials, but mainly After Effects because I want to do this to get more fun to it and all that stuff. So just keep out for some of these stuff. I don't want to say keep out. Anyways, guys, clip's gonna end. Peace out. See you.